Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we're going to be discussing the entire market, kind of what's happening with this flash crash that we've seen in the market happen today, and we're going to talk about why this is really not that important on a long-term basis. On a short-term basis, yes, it does look pretty bad, but nothing is really that bad right now, considering we only dropped about 2K overall, and it's actually not even 2K, it's about 1.7K, so almost 2K, not exactly it, but we do see that most alts have been taking a bigger hit than most for Bitcoin. For an example, Bitcoin's only down about 4%. We do see Ethereum down about double that at 8.25%. Usually when something is outperforming Bitcoin, for an example, Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin for over a week, still is on the 7-day, up 11%, opposed to this 8% almost that Bitcoin is up. But when we see something outperforming Bitcoin with Bitcoin dominance running up to almost 50%, and we do see a pullback on Bitcoin, it tends to really take a bigger hit if it is an alt. That's just the way it goes. But XRP broke below the 80-cent zone, which I have told you guys is very important for it to hold. So we're going to address that and really talk about it, and kind of go in depth on that as well. So with that being said, let's talk more about the market. But before we jump into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys want to, pretty much boost your interior design for your office or your home, you guys can get a crypto-themed poster on my website, officialcryptoposters.com. Links will be down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. You guys can get on here and get a Ripple-themed poster, as well as a few other ones. It's buy one, get one 25% off for a limited time only. But just to let you guys know on that, links will be down there if you guys want to do that. Obviously, you guys don't have to. This is not a poster YouTube channel. This is a crypto channel. So let's get back into it. So tomorrow, what I'm really going to be talking about, or looking at, I should be saying, is basically the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones. These are three good indicators on where crypto will basically be headed. For an example, if the stock market has a volatile open where we do see prices drop significantly, we will see the market drop significantly as well. It tends to do that. Now, when we talk about past experiences, we've seen the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and even the NASDAQ really jump in prices, while Bitcoin actually dropped in prices. So we don't technically have to follow indices exactly, but I do think that we will most likely have a strong open, most likely tomorrow, but we'll probably close red for the indices. Just my overall opinion. Now, obviously, what does that mean for crypto? It means that we could see some volatile price actioning happening tomorrow, later today. It's currently about 3:30 a.m. So when we look at XRP, let me go to the day chart. So obviously we broke down below the 200-day MA, which I was not happy about, like I said, guys. This tells me that we'll most likely come down and retest a support zone. I mean, we did test currently, the lowest that we tested was about 75 cents. So overall, that seems like a nice support, and also even a resistance zone that we kind of laid on. Now, obviously, if we do get a volatile price action tomorrow, I'm just letting you guys know, a good buy zone would most likely be the 70 to 66 cent zone. This is pretty much laying on the 50-day MA, which would be very good to buy, in my opinion, because I do think that will significantly bounce off of that. We could see something where we kind of trade down like this, and then we come back up and finally break out of this 90-cent wedge. Now, obviously, I am not going to say that this is fully in the books for us, but Bitcoin looks like it's ready to have a strong pullback. So I'm not exactly bullish right now. Obviously, I'm still bullish on crypto long term. Just short term, I do think that we'll see a strong pullback on Bitcoin, possibly down into the mid to high $30,000 ranges. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear me say that, but hey, that is what I'm currently seeing on the books. Now, what does that mean for XRP? Like I said, I do think that will probably pull back down to somewhere in this range here. We could break the 50-day MA and trade below it a little bit. And like I said, this would play perfectly into what I was saying, with crypto overall, where we'll most likely have a nice end of the month into September, and that's pretty much where we will be back on the road for a major alt season. So what is telling me this? Basically, Bitcoin's trading today told us, hey, we're still in sort of in line with a nice pullback. We obviously had a pullback and we pretty much hit a nice support zone as we do have here listed. We actually almost pulled back directly on it. Now, like I said, I don't know what is going to happen exactly here because there's a few indicators that tell us that we could go lower. For an example, we could retest this 41K zone and even retest the 100-day MA down at 39K, which is right here. Now, this isn't guaranteed. This isn't, supposed to exactly happen. So don't take my word for it exactly. But I'm just saying right now, it would make sense considering the fact that, we already had a nice run up again, and now we'll have to pull back again. So where would that kind of in line with us? Basically, if we come over here to the price range and kind of see where we pulled back on this in percentage, it was about 11% of a drop in price. If we go from here and do an 11% from the top of this candle as well, we could see a nice pullback to pretty much this support line exact. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. If we break this line, though, that's where we will see a lower drop. Where pretty much if this line doesn't hold on Bitcoin at 39K, that's where we'll most likely see a retest of some support down here at 38K or even 36.5K. So what I'm looking for on Bitcoin, this is what I want to see. Pretty much that validates us pretty much coming lower. First off, I don't want to see us break out above this line if we are to go lower. If I wanted to go higher, we'd obviously break this high that we made and break this line at 47K almost. So right now, a good indicator to look for is either a break of 43K exact or a break of 47K exact. So keep those two numbers in line. 47K is obviously bullish. A break below 43K is a little bit bearish, just to give you guys a little bit of an insight. So I'm looking for, possibly a pullback. It would be healthy down to this 41K. I think that would be very nice for us to come back up and ride another pump up. It would basically be the same sort of situation here where we kind of go up 21%. Again, 21% from here would in line with this support or this resistance zone up here at 50K. So something similar to what we've been trading in if you think about it. So that would be very bullish, honestly, where we get a nice pullback and we go higher, similar to this pullback that I was telling you guys about for a week before it actually happens. So that is what I'm looking forward to seeing. Same thing kind of goes for XRP, right? Even if we analyze XRP and we go from the top of this candle and we kind of trade in the same thing that we just did with this nice pullback that we had, that's about an 18% of an increase or a decrease in price, and then we got almost a 30% of an increase in price. So basically, from here, we would come down about 18%. So we'll basically come down to this support line at 70 cents, like I said, and then we will pretty much ride this up 30%, and this will clear that zone that I've been marking for a while up at that 90-cent zone plus. So that's what I would like to see on XRP if it does follow the same trend that I do think that Bitcoin will most likely follow. Same thing kind of goes for Bitcoin dominance, right? I want to see Bitcoin dominance kind of retest that 50% plus zone, which, hey, I mean, it looks like we're kind of doing just sideways trading on Bitcoin dominance, which is a little bit odd to see because we actually haven't seen that in a while. Now, this is obviously on the weekly, so let's kind of go to the daily and look at what's happening here. So obviously with what's happening is we're kind of retesting this zone up here. We got our 50% kind of retest up here without breaking it. So it looks like we're kind of building back slowly to get back up to that 48% zone. I think that we've pretty much got back in line after having this nice dip on Bitcoin dominance. So we'll most likely see a nice pump up, maybe even retest 50% while Bitcoin is doing whatever it's doing. If it's dropping here or going higher, it will most likely be when it's going higher. Same thing kind of goes for Ethereum. Ethereum is kind of showing the same sort of path. This is trying to see, this is trying to go higher, but obviously, as we do see, it has a nice pullback happening. Again, it will most likely have sort of a similar pullback to this one that we've seen back here, where we do see a nice significant 38%, which I don't think that we'll see a 38%. It will most likely be something like this, where it's half of that at 21%. Again, it all depends on where dominance is on Bitcoin. So a 21% would basically be a retest of 100-day MA here, which would be a significant, nice retest. And then we'll most likely see a nice pump back, something similar to this pump here, which was about a 40% of an increase in price. Now this would be very bullish for Ethereum and also for the entire market. It will basically get us back to almost $4,000, which I do think that that's something that we could be seeing on Ethereum happening. Same thing kind of goes for Ethereum dominance. Ethereum dominance is actually very bullish right now, but we are seeing a slight pullback on it as Bitcoin dominance is going higher and higher, with Bitcoin's price sort of being volatile right now. So we could see a little bit of a decrease in dominance for a little bit. It will most likely be something where we kind of retest this 100-day MA down at 18% before we obviously have a retest of the 20% zone. So something similar to that. Currently right now, I'm watching the dollar as well. The dollar is showing signs of, a little bit of a rally, right? I've been talking about this for quite some time, and I do have an X there above that support zone, which I've been telling you guys, this is not good for us. Like, this is actually bearish when the dollar is gaining this much steam. So really what we want to see is the dollar actually kind of come down and retest maybe 50 or the 100 or even the 200-day MA. The 200 MA would be very bullish for us because that is down at about 91 percent, if you want to call it. It's more so about 91 cents, if you will. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing with the dollar overall in the market as well. Currently right now, the fear and greed index, it's showing greed. I don't know if this is going to be the same for tomorrow. Who knows? Tomorrow, really what I'm looking forward to seeing is the prices of Bitcoin, if it could withstand what the indices open with. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, indices are very hard to kind of undermine, but usually on Mondays, we do see stocks kind of open with a little bit of a bad inception, if you will. Because even if we go back to the Dow Jones, if it could load here real quick, just to kind of give you guys an insight on that. So right now, if we go to the, daily, sorry, and we go back to the second, sorry, this is really zoomed out. So if we go back to the 2nd of August, we see that not much has changed, but this is pretty much us dropping down significantly on a Monday. It usually happens like that before we have a rally throughout the week and kind of stays stable. I honestly want to see us break above 35.5K on the Dow Jones. I think that that would be very, very good for a rally on stocks, which would lead to a rally on crypto as well. I'm going to be watching these tomorrow. I don't think that the stock market's really going to change too much. I don't think that we're going to see something where we drop significantly like this or anything like that. It will most likely just be the sideways trading for the most part, which is kind of boring if you guys are in the stocks, but it is what it is. I will take sideways trading over droppages like this or even this any day. So currently, right now, just to recap, I'm going to be watching the indices tomorrow, going to be watching the price action on XRP to see if we do get this nice retest of 70 cents. Same with Bitcoin. I'm looking forward to seeing a retest of 41K. Bitcoin dominance, I'm still watching this to kind of, either retest 50 cents or retest the 100-day MA down at 45%. Ethereum, still looking forward to seeing a little bit of a drop. Like I said, pullbacks are totally healthy in this market. They are what they are. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't think that this flash crash was anything to worry about. A lot of people are kind of concerned about it. Listen, even if we do go lower, say for so, even if we don't go lower, right? It's nothing to worry about on a long-term spectrum. If you guys are short-term traders, if you guys are day traders, then obviously, yeah, this is something to worry about. But it's not nothing to worry about if you guys are long term. So just to give you guys an insight, things are still looking good. You know, nothing's too crazy. Yeah, the total crypto market cap is down about 5.21%, but things aren't still, you know, everything's kind of looking stable still. Nothing's really changed too much. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and also join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.